By my beard!
Greetings, friend.
That's not right. Charge rule!
Alright, what's up everybody? Bear just joined you again. Sitting down to SoggyCereal and Magikarp. We got Aggro Druid versus the, looks like Dragon Control Warrior possibly? Yeah, it looks like Dragon Control Warrior. So, we got SoggyCereal. Got a nice little curve here. Gonna be able to drop another Totem Golem if he wants here. Trade in his other damage Totem Golem. Getting him for 3 damage, already putting a lot of pressure on here. We're going to see Magikarp be able to answer with this 2-5. Not sure. Oh no, that's right, he has the Twilight Guardian. Even better, get this 3-6 down. Feral Spirit's a pretty nice pickup here. Going to be able to at least re-establish the board after he trades the Trog off.
We'll say that it looks like Marcus Magikarp has those 4-drop taunt guys, right?
Yeah, those 4-drop taunts.
He has a lot of taunt in this deck, so it's going to be really hard for him to Soggy to push through all that.
Yeah, Soggy's going to have a real hard time. It looks like Soggy's playing the more mid-range variant where he's playing the 5-5s, which they're pretty strong, but Magikarp's got the Executes in here, holding both Executes in hand. Oh, and I even see Blood Warriors in his hand, so when these Blood Hoofs get damaged, he's actually going to be able to copy them.
Yeah, his deck just has infinite taunts. And he has Chromag, he has late game, sustain. Warriors is really strong right now. Any variant, really.
Yeah.
And Dragons.
Yeah.
I don't like the Blood Warriors card yet.
You don't like the Blood Warriors card yet?
I
actually like it quite a bit in testing. I'm seeing a couple decks play it that are pretty interesting. I like the Dragon Paladin, Dragon Warrior, Blood Warrior variant particularly. Like the Dragon variant seems to be really good, especially being able to do things like with these Alexstrasza's Chargers, damage him up. It looks like he's probably going to damage, then copy this. He'll have another Charger for next turn and another taunt back to his hand.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of value being generated there, and
yeah, against aggro. Definitely nice.
Definitely nice. Gonna take the 50-50 here. He's gonna get to roll it twice, so not too bad if he misses it the first time. Alright, there he does. Clean it up. Probably
Totem Hope for the heal.
Yeah, Totem Hope for the heal, and probably he could have dropped up 2 1-drops, but I think he's scared of the Brawl here. Getting the board carried away.
I'm not sure if he'll be even running a Brawl in this deck. I mean, he has so many taunts. It's kind of a little bit counterintuitive.
A little bit. You have to imagine, I think, well, I guess so. I feel like all the Warriors have to run at least 1 Brawl just for a lot of the crazy matchups, like the N'Zoth, for example. I feel like N'Zoth is just unbeatable if you don't have Brawl on Warrior. I feel like they can just push you over too easy. But it's entirely possible he didn't tech it in here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not fronting. I'm running 2 Brawls on my Warrior.
Clear here. Drop the Mana Tide. Go ahead and cycle himself some cards. Hoping Magikarp doesn't have a way to clear this. So he does know that the Alexstrasza's champion was copied, so he'll be able to at least push this down. Flame Tongue, nice little pickup off the Mana Tide.
I almost would just like to see the Chromagus here.
For the Life Binder.
I'd almost like to see the Chromagus, but I feel like if this is the Totem variant that a lot of people are running, a lot of those decks are playing Hex, and you have to be worried about dropping like Chromagus into Hex. You have to imagine he would have probably hexed one of the 2/6s by now, but it's possible he picked it up in the last like 2 or 3 draws. So I feel like he might be safer to just go ahead and clear out the draw and establish another taunt.
Yeah, but hopefully trade nicely here. As nice as you can.
Yeah, he should be able to get the he should be able to
double. He wants to put that.
Yeah, right there. Get the 6 on it.
Yeah.
6 on that. Be able to clear the Alexstrasza's champion and get the armor. A little bit of a miss sequence.
1 armor.
Yeah,
what's 1 armor between friends anyway?
Yeah, what's 1 armor between friends really? Well, if he loses by 1, we'll know.
That's right. Or if something shield slams,
Yeah, exactly. Shield slam. Bonus. Can't imagine he's playing Shield Slam in this deck, though. Can't imagine you can cram it in with all these.
It makes more sense in that crazy Cthulhu where you just get 10 armor out of nowhere. So turn 8, you're doing a 10 Shield Slam at least.
Yeah, that card's Absolutely bonkers. Gonna get a nice little trade here with this. Gonna have just clean trades all around. Be able to trade the Argent Squire in. Re-Tuskar.
See, this is what I was worried about earlier when he didn't play Chromagus. Because he would have had to trade off his board earlier just to clear Chromagus. Or the Hex. And the Hex is legitimate. But
really good roll.
Taunting up when a shaman like this can drop a Flame Tongue and trade, to be fair, he needed both Flame Tongues to get to this point. One Flame Tongue would have not done it.
Yeah, gonna have to play Chromagus here, just hoping that he's just gonna hope that Magikarp's gonna trade most of these minions. But unfortunately, with the Flame Tongue down, Magikarp's just gonna have these really efficient trades in. Probably just trade off one of the totems, possibly the Tuskar, possibly one more totem. 2 more totems in the Elemental.
Probably the Tuskar in the Elemental.
Yeah, Tuskar in the LA looks better to me.
He looks like he's starving for a brawl. No doubt about that.
Absolutely starving. Now, the question is, do you want a hero power up here? Or, okay, he does want a hero power.
Just, I mean, I think you're pushing enough damage with the Fire Elemental.
Yeah, absolutely. You just lock yourself out of board, but, I mean, you're going to be trading minions anyway, so...
If he's not going to kill that Fire Elemental... How about a top deck like that?
Yeah, the Hex to answer it, though, so...
Mouthwater? Yeah, I know. How about that?
Yeah, and see, there's that Hex that you're talking about with that Chromagus.
100%. Of course, you know, like this play, Magikarp had to.
Yeah, Magikarp absolutely had to drop the Death Wing. He really didn't have an answer. But
here's the other thing: if he would have done it with Magnus, all in retrospective, of course, he would have gotten a draw off of it because he couldn't clear it that time.
Yeah.
Something to think about. And then he would have taunted it and protected the Chromagus.
Yeah. We do see though, SoggyCereal probably.
It's gonna be pretty good here to Lightning Storm.
Yeah, he's gonna have his Lightning Storm to be able to clear the board out, but I'm really starting to question if he's actually gonna be able to close this match out, because Magikarp's just gonna be playing so many armor, so many taunt cards that SoggyCereal really needs to hit some draws here to find some gas.
You reckon he has a Justicar?
I have to imagine most warrior decks are just playing Justicar right now, just because it's so good with that 4 armor.
I absolutely would in every deck.
You would in every deck?
Yes, I would.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bummer. I love rolling that.
I got the Frauthing to, go ahead and get this back down. Not going to be able to clear this. SoggyCereal's not going to be able to clear this one right away, so...
That'd be nice.
This Frauthing might just be able to get out of control if we don't see an answer for it. Soggy picking up the Mana
Here's the
Tide.
thing, he's not even gonna, he's gonna get a base. And he'll keep getting the taunt totem, hopefully. He needs one more, you know, he has a 50-50 now. If he gets the other totem on the board, he's getting the taunt totem every time.
Yeah. Picks up the Lightning Storm too to clear here. See the Arcanite come down, so yeah, with that, have to
go with the Mana Tide.
Yeah, I have to imagine. Ooh, yeah. See, I don't really like that play that much, because giving him extra draws is really the only way you lose this game. Because SoggyCereal just has to find Dunham really to put himself back on. And there it is, right off the top. Gonna pick up the Doomhammer to keep pushing with the damage.
Yeah, I've just killed that Frothing with my face almost. I mean, you're taking 9 damage, but...
He's gonna go ahead and roll the Lightning Storm, see if he's lucky, and... Yup, gets it today.
Well,
So,
yeah. We were talking earlier about health is a resource, you know. You're not going to be threatened by Control Warrior. At this point, what is he trying to fatigue him, maybe?
yeah.
He's letting him draw out the fatigue. It's not a terrible strategy, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's not a terrible strategy. I feel like Soggy doesn't mind making the trade with the Lightning Storm anyway, just because Magikarp's only going to ever be able to establish 1 minion at a time. Oh, don't evolve that. No, don't evolve the Mana Tide.
Yeah, probably.
That's the way you snowball this game.
We got time still.
I wouldn't evolve a totem either. You can get a Doomsayer. You got a Cruel. I get wanting to play it. I get the choice you had to make there. Should be a fairly interesting game. This one, she's thinking about just dropping a casual. Yeah, it's fine.
The power, Black One.
I see what you're doing. Let's game.
Did he bring some fish?
If he gets... No, okay. So he has 16 damage now, he's too short. I'll do that game. Let's clear that out. There's a lot of damage here. Technically, he has 9 in this game. Yep. So I'm not sure what other decks these fellas are playing.
Your soul shall be mine. Victory or death.
Game 2. Let's see. Got the Cthulhu Warrior against. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, okay.
Astonishing.
See, Warrior's really interesting right now. It looks like he's doing Cthulhu, but also he has the Rusty Hook there, and it makes me think that he's gonna have some more pirates. And from Ladder, personally, I've seen Pirate Rogue do very well. Not necessarily with upgrades, but it's a lot of weapons, and so you can throw dragons in there and you can make a really resilient brew. Without any buffs, I'm not sure about the Rusty Hook, but I'm guessing it's Arena, right? I mean, that would make sense why he would be playing that. So it's kind of weird to have a Reno Cthulhu Warrior, though. So maybe he just likes that card. He likes having a rusty old hook.
Buying or selling.
Here's Leroy. That was a pretty funny drop. It's like, hey, yeah, I was playing that card. Yeah. So, here I have to think. He's going to do that in abusive if the juggle hits right. Still abusive, the 3-2. Just hope that the juggle hits right, I'd say. Abusive first. If the juggle doesn't hit. See, now he wasted a juggle if it hits the 5-5. And it did. That was a mistake. But that's okay. 1 damage isn't a whole lot. For a zoo, they're usually swinging 1 turn, killing someone off.
Hey, Swill, how's it going?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. How's the matchup looking?
Pretty good. It's got a zoo. I'm interested in the Soggy deck. It's like
Cthulhu. He was telling me he was doing really well on ladder with it.
But I did see the Rusty Hook dude.
Oh, really?
So I don't. My guess is that he's playing Reno.
You think he's playing a lot of one-ups?
I think he's playing Reno.
Obsidian Destroyer is kind of odd, so
It is.
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
But that's what I think's going on here. I haven't seen any yet, of course.
So it's kind of looking bad though with those knife jugglers.
Yeah, but he's also hellbent here, and the Warrior just needs to survive. The Destroyer, it's pretty good against Zoo. It turns out.
That's interesting.
It's just,
you trade
I've never seen it really.
It's interesting you traded the 2-4, not one of the knife jugglers.
I like the 2-4
You like trading the 2-4 in?
for sure.
Keeping the knife jugglers on.
You get extra juggles, 2 extra juggles.
Thought he was looking at the BGH like he wanted to play it. Looking for that BGH target on board.
Yeah, this should be pretty good.
I don't know, BGH will be good next turn.
He's-
It's going to be pretty great next turn.
If he doesn't drop the Sea Giants, BGH still has a target.
We can even life tap here. Oh, that was a mistake. Because if you want to life tap this turn, you shouldn't have, see, now he can't life tap. Because the juggle hit the 1-1, or he killed the 1-1.
That's correct, yep.
So we should have life tapped first, but still looking good.
Unfortunately, that's the second
BGH.
mistake I've seen Magikarp make.
Alright, that's a good trade right there. That's the trade I would make. We're gonna
Oh, yeah.
BGH that. It's interesting whether we... Yeah, I definitely think we hero power.
Here's the thing.
Well, actually...
just a side note, I think he self-fired earlier and Leroy popped out. But that's game.
That's
So
game right there. That's a good
Oh, no,
top
it's
deck.
not game.
Yes, it is, because...
Oh, yeah, because he can
yeah,
trade the
that's
1.
lethal. Oh, we're life tapping for BM.
Yes.
Oh, that makes it super game.
Yes, it does.
If we didn't see it before.
Yes.
We definitely see it now. So, looks like it's tying up 1-1 now.
Yeah. It's interesting.
I
man,
think Zoo normally is
Zoo
normally
is great.
favored.
When I was playing Zoo, I won turn 5, and it was with a Doomguard top deck.
Oh, was
And
it?
I haven't seen that in a whole lot of decks, but we talked about like adding
Yeah, the Doomguard.
and
Doomguard's a very interesting idea. I personally like the double
thus
C
far.
Giant version, and I play Leroy.
I do both.
You do Leroy and ooh, we got a lot of burst damage in that deck.
Yeah, fun when you're playing.
Ooh, a warrior. So the interesting thing is Magikarp's warrior. I know the entire deck list because I built it. So it is a Dragon Warrior,
Okay.
and this is a Cthulhu Warrior. So interesting matchup.
Yeah, for sure.
The,
I saw he had Chromagus in his Dragon Warrior. which makes
Yes, it does play
sense.
Chromagus, and it also plays Varian. So
It does. Variant
So-
win.
Varian win. So I like developing the axe there because we don't have another weapon in our hand. It doesn't really clash.
Totally.
Oh goodness.
I would fear in the future. Okay, it doesn't matter. You can always do the axes here. You were saying you're experimenting with ooze, various decks. I guess just in Rogue in particular,
yes.
but I'm not sure how that's gonna fit. I do like Harrison in some decks.
Yeah, I still like Harrison, especially because a lot
Harrison's
of
not gonna play on a War Axe.
yes, it's gonna play on a Gorehowl.
Yeah, and that's if they're running that.
Exactly. Most warrior builds I've seen, I think, most of the Cthulhu builds play a Gorehowl because you really have to. The dragon build plays an Arcanite Reaper, which is probably fairly not as good,
I've
but
seen
it's the highest thing to target.
Quite a bit of Arcanite Reapers.
Have you?
Especially in Pirate Warrior.
Oh yes, it's deadly in that deck.
Yeah, Pirate Warrior is actually giving me quite a hard time on ladder. Like, there was a point at night where I was just setting up like, please don't be a warrior.
Please don't be a warrior.
It was really bad against my deck. Probably the worst matchup.
I was playing the Dragon Warrior on ladder recently, and it started off doing really well. So yeah, I like that. I wonder if I would have hit the. Well, the 3-1's a recurring effect. I guess you don't want the recurring effect around, but
Well, it would have traded for that. So
exactly. So that's what I'm thinking.
But he's just gonna likely just bash that. I'd say face it first.
Face it first
doesn't
and
matter
bash it.
actually because he only has 2.
Yeah, it doesn't
Oh, it
matter.
does matter.
Oh, no, it does because it'd be the extra armor.
We're facing first here, guys.
Yeah, we're definitely facing first.
But you just do that and hurrah.
So do we know how big the Cthulhu is? I want to say Twilight Elder lived twice, and that one got played, so I want to say it's a 10-10. So Twin Emperor should be live next turn.
Let's see how big.
Yeah. I wonder... Probably... Yeah, I like that in Armor Smith, because I don't really want to develop a Sylvanas against a warrior that doesn't have anything big on board, because
Sure.
it's not really going to take anything.
Oh, with.
So I wonder if we're going to coin out the Emperor. What's our follow-up play after that, though?
Yeah.
I still think coining out the Emperor might be the best play,
Kind of
because
like.
it's kind of awkward to put the Cthulhu's Chosen in Hero Power with a Bloodhoof.
I mean, you could Cthulhu's Chosen, Hero Power, and coin out the Shield Slam.
Yeah, but I don't think 3/6 is really that worthy of like a Shield Slam target. Especially Dragon War when you know they're going to be playing Ysera, and I don't know if he knows that he's playing Chromagus and Deathwing and all that, but
He does. He knows
the one card it
He
actually
knows both, actually.
he knows
so.
both. Okay, the one card it actually doesn't play, so he is going to do that, or is he just not going to? Oh, I recommend coining if you're doing
Yeah,
this.
he's gonna do it. He's gonna throw
Oh, he
it
threw
back.
out the Bloodhoof.
I see it. I see it.
I guess that's still fine though, because your next turn you still have the Twin Emperor to follow it up.
You playing Paladin today, Jace?
I am. I enjoy
Don't tell me
Paladin.
this, but how about Kodo on a board like this, right?
Oh yes, Kodo would just crush this. Oh my god, one of my favorite plays
Kodo
of the
loves
Kodo
those.
loves
Thank you
that
for
card.
that card.
Oh, that's an interesting execute target.
That's basically a 3/5 for 1 mana if you think of it a certain way. If you Kodo one of those.
My favorite play is Humility Kodo. Especially when they play like an Ancient of War and they like taunt me and they think they're safe.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful. I think you saw me do that the other night. Were y'all watching that game? I was like, watch my favorite play.
I don't recall.
I have no time for games.
I caught the game you got Legend on. I didn't know watching that.
So Sylvanas is looking pretty good here because I think it's almost guaranteed to take one of these unless we make some really awkward plays. Then again, we can always put the 4/3 into that and just keep, I keep going face. I guess you have to develop something.
Yeah, that's probably the best play.
Yeah, Ysera's a good drop here.
It's
The one
really has the next advantage here.
Yeah, the one thing nice about that's a good pickup. Ysera Awakens, burst the field down. The one good thing about the Sylvanas here is you can at least like kill the Sylvanas and make sure you kill the thing that comes out of it. That's very interesting. Let's see what it took. Ooh, that's one.
I don't know about all that.
Definitely didn't want it to take.
It was a risk.
Yeah, it was a risk. It was probably worth it.
But you know what?
I mean, you had to get the Sylvanas out of the way eventually.
I mean, it's not like he was going to kill the Chosen, even if it took that. He was still going to kill
Yeah, you're still gonna kill the Ysera because you can't let Ysera live.
But this might be... See, this really sucks. And here's why. Soggy knows that Deathwing is in Magikarp's deck. He played this deck. That was his first
Really?
win. So, do you Doom here? When do you Doom?
Exactly. That's a great
once
question.
Cthulhu's gone, he's gone. I don't think he's running a Doom Caller.
Oh, so we're just gonna Cthulhu now. I think maybe Cthulhu's fine here because even if he Deathwings, he loses his hand, and I have a 1/1 taunt to
Pushing
stop
game
him.
here. You have to have one card to really
Oh well, we're not playing the Oh, I guess he has execute.
but he doesn't have a trigger.
Oh,
He has to face it. I don't
that's
understand that.
no. Yeah, you just lost the game because of that.
Yeah,
Could've just played the Deathwing. I wouldn't have taken that gamble either.
100% played the deck.
Yeah, exactly. Ouch.
Yeah, it's
Because at least the Deathwing guarantees you're playing the next turn.
hard to see that.
And then you would have top decked the you would have top decked the War Axe, and then you could have killed the 1/1 and then killed the 7/7.
The whole deck is building Cthulhu. You kill him, you know, if you don't have a Doom Caller. Cthulhu's
Exactly.
gone. You have no real win condition. That's why these decks aren't playing like Grom or anything to trigger him necessarily.
Yeah. I mean, what's the
You
biggest
shouldn't
threat?
need
What's the biggest threat he was playing? I mean, Obsidian Destroyer is kind of a threat, but like,
that? It's really
I would,
not.
it's really yeah, exactly. Because next turn he would have top decked the War Axe, and then he would have hit the 1/1 with the War Axe and killed the 7/7 with Deathwing, and he would have been set.
Your soul.
I don't think there's really anything Soggy could have done. Oh, the zoo list, the zoo list that's been running around.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people have picked this up and played in the tournament. I think everyone.
Yeah. Everyone.
I want to know
actually-
if they're exact card for card lists.
Well, I
Tinkered a
already
little
know
bit.
it's no.
I already know.
I've test played some cards. Both of them.
Pretty good so far.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, like these Biofins. Okay. I've seen them. Both of these guys are playing the Biofins.
Yeah.
Tried out the Biofins.
You don't like
They're
Biofence?
a bit weak. I'd hate to say they're a bit weak. Now, they're great. Here's the problem. They're great against the perfect matchup, but it's really easy to remove the 1/1 almost every matchup, or just remove the 2/1.
Or moves, yes.
But you end up with just a 2/1 for 2 mana, and there's usually no penalty for killing a 2/1 or
Exactly.
1/1. So it's like this kind of taunt play.
And
It's
this
a taunt play. I don't know how strong it is. Definitely
Yeah.
not good against Rogue.
Oh yeah, especially with Panda Knives.
What can you do? You know, you didn't choose the matchup.
And this Rogue deck actually, is another one I was experimenting with, so I sent Magikarp to the list. So,
You know, I love
2 decks
this
we've
deck.
seen so far. Yeah, this one synergizes around a lot of Battle Cries, Bran, and Cthulhu. And it also plays Shadow Step, so you can Shadow Step the Cthulhu back, which can be deadly.
Yeah. Tried this out. I was, you know, a couple classes didn't get a whole lot of love with Cthulhu.
No, they really didn't. Some classes didn't get anything for Cthulhu.
Now, Blade of Cthulhu. Is that
Blade of
what's called?
Cthulhu.
It's a really interesting card.
At first I didn't like it that much because I didn't think it was that great, but then
It's
I
like
played a
win
one-off
condition
copy,
almost.
and it's like an assassinate and a 4-mana 4/4. If you think about it like that, which is, I think, playable. I think it's pretty decent, and especially when you can even do things like Shadow Step it back, and in control matchups that could just be the game right there. If you Blade of Cthulhu something, Shadow Step it back.
Or if it lives next turn, shadow casting it.
Yes.
I mean, Dare to Dream, of course, sort of scenario.
The Reliquary Seeker, was that picked up off of Peddler, or was that in the deck?
I haven't seen a Peddler.
We haven't seen a Peddler, have we? So that's in the deck. That's interesting. With the Biofens?
Well, the Biofens.
The Biofens are really making an enabler.
But here's the thing, you know, Blade of Phantom would be a blowout. I mean, it would have been a
Yes,
blowout.
it would have been a blowout.
There's other things too. He's already at turn 6. He should have a Skulker in here. Would have been a blowout here.
Yeah, there's a lot of
before.
things. I'm actually not sure if the list plays Skulker.
Yeah. And I understand if you don't. I like Skulker a whole lot with the Shadow Shifter or whatever. I'd probably still play him even if Shadow Caster wasn't a card.
I actually probably would have kept the 3/2 and traded in the 2/1 and the 1/1 so we would play around Phantom Knives there. Because he hasn't seen it, but like...
Yeah, he doesn't really need those taunters. Yeah,
Exactly, you don't really need taunt in this matchup.
live
And the
longer.
1/1 can just die to the hero power.
I concur. Not to mention, he's pretty close to game.
I don't think he had lethal
He
last
didn't.
turn. No, he didn't. He was probably like 2 or 1 off. Like 3
He
off,
was like
probably.
5 off.
You think so? Because what was it? Because the 3 damage, so he missed 6 damage.
did.
And then, yeah, because he traded into the Earthen Ring as well. Oh, well, that's the game. Yeah, there's really nothing you can do with that kind of hand.
Instead of Magic Drake, have a Skulker there. Try to survive.